When did you get introduced to the juice game?
I started sipping lean. I started drinking lean when I was 14. Then I stopped till I was about like 18 and started back. I ain't started selling lean till I was 19.
Okay.
That's why I call myself the drink guy. Motherfuckers be thinking like I drink the most lean. That's not even nothing to brag about. That shit is, you know what I mean? That's basically liquid heroin. I wouldn't, you know
As
what I
a
mean?
grown man, once you've seen enough people get really fucking twisted off the drink.
Man, I seen motherfuckers like lose their grill, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers young, looking old as shit, bro. Like, just, you know what I mean? Fuck their body up, fuck their facial up, everything. Just fuck them up. If I started selling lean when I was 19, that shit really, really took off for me.
Yeah, lean is a real gateway drug to a lot of other bad shit because it's so fun, it tastes so good, it's so easy to get into, but then
and I started drinking
dangerous.
this shit just being cool. I wasn't like, it took me some time to get addicted to it, but once I got hooked, I was hooked to that shit. And I didn't realize that I was addicted till like years later. And it's like, fuck, I drink this shit every fucking day, bro. I can't go without it. But my big cousin, rest in peace, he was drinking lean heavy, and I just wanted to be like him. I didn't even know if I was high at the time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even remember like feeling the high. I just was doing it because my cousin did it.
Most people have a hard time getting like truly addicted to lean because it's hard to get and it's expensive. So most people can't really afford enough, or they get out here buying fake drink and they just get burnt out real quick.
K-rolled everything. I K-rolled my whole city before.
Yeah, that's a bar I was gonna ask you about.
Everything I love, I K-rolled my whole city, and I rapped about it, and niggas was mad. I had a lean house on Whithorn. I was selling lean in Kush tubes, $25 a tube. That shit was fake. They had a little bit of lean in it, and the rest was K-Roll.
That's funny because my man Desto Dub, I asked him that when I first started kicking it with him. I'm like, yo, like, so you be watering the juice down or anything like that? He's like, nah, I don't fuck with that at all because I don't want to get a bad reputation with the clientele.
Fuck, man. Niggas ain't know though. When I was doing it, ain't nobody know nothing about K-Roll. Ain't nobody know nothing about it.
Right.
Like now it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for a nigga that's doing that now. Like, you'll get your motherfucking head bust for that.
Now. Everybody's a little bit better at eyeballing it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a little bit lit. But when I started, ain't nobody know. I fucked the whole Detroit, Michigan up.
Right.
Sold everybody fake lean. My shit was rocking too, and I was rapping about it.
Yeah.
And niggas ain't know what I was talking about. And I was selling niggas some fake lean and then give them a CD. And on the CD, I'm talking about selling fake lean on the whole tape.
And they're like, he got somebody else.
Yeah, he hard. Yeah, that's my. I sell niggas some fake lean and drink it with them. I was scurvy with that shit.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. So you never got into the game of like, there's a lot of fake pills out there and shit like that.
I ain't never really dealt with all that shit. I ain't get too much far into that. You know what I'm saying? I always knew the risk of certain, like later on, I knew the risk of selling certain shit like heroin and crack and heavy pills. I ain't get too far into that shit.
So you never got busted selling lean though?
Nah, I got pulled over 10 pints in my car before. And police looked at it and called me a dope fiend. They didn't care. It wasn't nothing that they cared. They just wanted to know if I had a gun, some crack, or some heroin. They searched my car for a long ass time, looked at this lean and just didn't bother.
That's crazy. You think if they caught you with like 100 pills or something that they would have been all over it?
Jail.
Yeah, but for some reason the lean.
I think now if that was to happen, then I'd go to prison for sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like at the time when I was doing it, nah, that shit wasn't shit.
Have you been pulled over with the cup sitting there with lean in it and they just look at it and don't even think about it?
They don't know what it is. But I also got pulled over and a cop made me pour a pint of Activist out on the ground.
What year?
2013.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Was
it wasn't that
heartbreaking?
expensive. Fuck yeah, was it? Yeah, sir. Yeah, I needed the money. I had got fucked up.
I seen dudes
wanted that.
break a pint open in front of me. Like the coolest dude, like stepped on a pint, and I seen him get emotional to an extent
That shit like getting shot with a rubber bullet, man.
Yeah.
That shit's like that. It's like that. We scraped this shit off the ground. We drunk this shit. It's rocks in the pop and all that.
Right.
It really got like that.
So you like graduate, or you didn't graduate high school, or did you?
I dropped out.
Okay. Yeah. And what kind of, so you were doing the weed thing, but then you sort of transitioned into the juice game as you get out of school and shit?
When I dropped out, I was just doing whatever. I was like robbing motherfuckers and shit like that, just doing anything to make money. I wasn't focused on school. Right. It wasn't like a certain hustle. I was getting money though. I was throwing parties, everything. I just had some money when I was, you know what I'm saying, young, and I dropped out in 10th grade. I had cars on rims and shit like that. At that time, I thought I was rich.
Right.
I probably ain't had no more than $20,000.
Were you thinking about rapping at the time? Were you aspiring to something bigger?
I wanted to be a rapper since I was 8 years old.
Okay.
I wrote my first rap when I was 12. I remember it, but I was not rapping.
I think I heard you say it in another interview.
Yeah, I was not rapping. I remember it word for word, like in real life.
That's fine. Was there anybody that you were really looking at, like in your scene and shit that you were able to look at and say like, oh, this guy made it out of here like a few years before me. I'm gonna be able to be on that wave and shit.
Well, like, you know, we was thinking small at the beginning. You had guys like Blade Icewood, the Cheddar Boys, you know what I'm saying, the Street Lords, like rest in peace Wipeout, rest in peace Blade, Street Lord One, Free Wine, Malik, you know, just looking at those guys, they was like, they was ghetto superstars in Detroit. Like they was everything. Like I'm talking about kids screaming and crying when they seen them like on some shit like you was like how it was when the Hot Boys was coming out and coming around.
Right.
So like they was the closest to me, and I feel like they inspired everybody that came up out of Detroit. So just watching them made me want to be exactly like that. Like, and what I mean by thinking small, you know, they wasn't mainstream, but it was like whatever they got, that's just enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So like they motivated me for years.
It's crazy because like when we talk about Detroit, like there's a wave of rappers coming out of Detroit like the last couple years that have all just been
Detroit turned up, man. We got hella rappers. We got Sada Baby, we got DZ, we got Doug, we got motherfucking All-Star JR, we got even Flint going crazy with Rio. Yeah, YNJ, you know what I'm saying? Mike. Man, everybody, we got hella rappers in Detroit.
Drago and Bino, shout out to them.
Drago and Bino turned up, Band Gang, they lit.
Shout out
my
Lonnie.
guys, you know what I'm saying?
That's facts. So yeah, but do you feel like that has been the case in Detroit for a while, and now it's just that like people outside of the city are starting to really like pick up on how good the music is and how good the style is coming out of there, or is that just something that's always been going on and people are just starting to pick up on it?
It
now?
always been going on. People just started picking up on it. Like you got guys like me and Peasy, we was building bridges 2013, 2014, like when I first locked in with Filthy Rich and went to Oakland, and we built that connection. We got Oakland and Detroit starting to slightly fuck with each other, you know what I'm saying? And that led to Filthy reaching out to every nigga that came up, and every nigga that came up reaching out to Filthy and Cookie Money, you know, back when we was going to Atlanta, selling lean and shit, locking in with Mojo and Nephew Texas Boy, and just, we been building bridges, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, with it being so many rappers, so many different styles, and so many niggas that's turned up, that shit just it's helping that bridge all the way.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that you had that relationship with Filthy early on.
Yeah, that blueprint been laid down. Like we been did that. I been went to Oakland. I been came to LA. I been went to hella projects out here back in 2013. Been building them bridges. And like when I did time, it was a lot of niggas like in different states, like Atlanta, LA, Oakland, you know what I'm saying, Milwaukee, Minneapolis. I had a phone when I was in prison. A lot of niggas DM me like, man, what's up with dude? What's up with dude? They down here. Can you lock me in with them? Or you know what I gotta do? Like, so like that shit. The blueprint been laid down. It's just, you know, when other rappers came up, it made that shit stronger and tighter.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got indicted in what year?
2017, I got indicted. No, I got indicted 2016.
Okay, and that was the first like serious legal trouble that you had?
Yeah, serious. Yeah.
Okay.
I did 7 months for a high-speed chase before.
Really?
Yeah.
Why'd you take off on him?
I ain't feel like going
Wasn't
to
in
jail.
the mood?
Yeah. I didn't have nothing on me. I ain't had no drugs. I ain't had nothing on me.
Holy shit.
Man, it was so bad. I was in his car right there. My buddy that's first. Like,
holy fuck.
yeah, it got so bad. Like, I did the shit for absolutely no reason. I was so embarrassed. I lied and told niggas I had shit on me. I'm like, they like, bro, why the fuck did you run? I'm like, man, I had a gun on me. Man, listen, I literally didn't have absolutely nothing on me, bro. I just pulled off.
Did you?
And I was with a girl. I ain't want my girl to know that I was cheating.
Were you part? Oh man.
No, no cap, because I ain't had no lights. I knew I would have went to jail. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And she would have knew I was in the car with a girl.
But were you partially just like you had experience of getting away from the cops
No, I
before,
didn't
so
have
you
no
actually thought you
experience.
could do this?
No, I was high and I thought I could just win. I just said, fuck it, let's go for it.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
But you already had like a bunch of businesses and shit by this point. Like, when did you start to transition from slanging drugs to like really having real businesses and shit?
Well, when I got indicted, I had a car wash,
Right.
a restaurant, and a dispensary. I was 25 when I opened all that shit up. By the time I started doing everything at 25 and shit.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it was 2016, 15, and all that shit. So now 2014 I started. By the time I got indicted, all that shit was gone.
Right.
Well, the dispensary lasted while I was in prison, and that shit eventually ended up going down.
Wait, but so how you get locked up, and so you just try to trust people in your life to take care of these businesses? Seems like that's a lot to
I
ask.
always kind of like try to trust people in my life to do shit.
Right.
Because I was too lazy to do this shit on my own. You know You know what I mean? I just felt like I was a think tank. I could think, come up with the plan, like I say, lay a blueprint, attack it, and then pass it off to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But that shit don't work. Like, you really gotta be 10 toes down on your shit.
So you really feel like you have, like, the lean was the primary thing that got you in the position to open up?
Feel like it. That was.
Holy shit.
Did that. Not even rap. That did that.
That's serious.
I wasn't making no real money off of rap music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit wasn't, at that time, it was, streams had just started cracking. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the checks was kind of small. It wasn't shit like that. I wasn't charging much for shows. I was booked up, but making a bunch of nothing. You know what I mean? So, like, that lean kind of helped me do all that.
Right.
But you know, the same way you attain shit, the same way you lose it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all that shit going.
It feels like with the lean thing, like, so what was, like, assuming that you're, like, far enough removed from the business part of it, can you talk about, like, how you actually were doing things? Was you just have, like, a bunch of different people just running through scripts all the time? Or you had some doctors you were fucking with?
Man, we had pharmacies, man. I just died pharmacies. All that, like, all that. I was getting pints from everybody.
Wow.
I say it wasn't no serious case, so, like, motherfuckers ain't too much care about it. I don't know what other people was doing, but they maybe was getting other things, and along with getting other things, they always get a pint or two and bring that shit straight to me.
Right.
I had, like, all the pints in the city.
Because, like, that's the thing about being in the lean game, is that it's like, you're not going to get 1,000 pints off one guy. You're going to get a couple pints here and there and, like, slowly build up your arsenal.
Had pharmacies, man. We was getting this shit from pharmacies.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Another classic interview in the books. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and head on over to nojumper.com to support. Appreciate y'all.